Now, there was a reason we pulled apart a random bike at our dad's house. And it was this sad girl.
Hello there.
Hello?
What are you doing here all alone? Did you sleep here or something?
Who are you?
My name is Nina. And yours?
Oh, hello, Nina. I'm Lisa.
So tell me, did you really spend the night here?
Yes?
Did you see
Why?
anything?
Don't you have a home?
Yeah, but I was scared.
To go home?
Yeah, I'm gonna get in a whole lot of trouble for sure. My bike is broken, and Dad's camera, too.
And that's why you spent the night out here in the cold? How did that happen?
I was playing here in front of the museum, and then suddenly, I got scared. I didn't exactly know why, but I just wanted to hide in the bushes. And then suddenly, there were these strange men in black costumes. So I sat there in the bushes, and suddenly I got even more scared. I just wanted to get away. Then on accident, I pushed the button on the camera. There was a bright flash, and the men turned around. They looked at me, but
But what?
they didn't have faces. It was so awful, and then I just ran away. I ran and ran as fast as I could. And then I realized that I had lost my camera, and so I had to go back. Luckily, those creepy men weren't there anymore. And I found the camera again, but it didn't work anymore. And since my bike was broken too, I didn't dare go home. Will you help me? Will you come home with me? Or can I live with you?
No, better not. But I'll help you fix the stuff. But you have to promise me that you'll go home right away. Your parents are probably worried to death.
Okay, good.
What's up with the bike?
I think I ran over some stupid shard of glass at the construction site, and now I have a flat. And to top it off, the bike was brand new, and my mother made sure to tell me to take extra good care of it, because we don't have much money, you know, and we can't afford a new bike.
Don't worry. You don't need to buy a new bike just because you have a flat. I can take a look at it. And your camera, too.
Would you do that for me? You're so nice. But do you even know how?
Of course, no problem. Give it to me.
I don't know. No. What if you can't fix things so good? Fix the bike first. If you can do that, then I'll give you the camera. It was really expensive, and if you break it even more...
Yeah, I understand. I gotta prove myself first. Okay, good. Then we'll start with the tire. This photo is my only hope for a hot lead. So there's nothing left for me to do but start fixing the tire.
Right. We can keep badgering her
See you
about
later.
the camera, but
But you'll be back, promise?
Of course. Don't you worry.
we're trying to Barry Burton this child. Let's go look at this tire. And
I'll have to remove the tube.
now we've got the tube from the flat tire, and let's go back. You can already see what we're going to do. We've got the rubber glove, we've got the glue, we've got the tape. Right.
The tube is definitely busted. There's air coming out somewhere. I should find out where it's coming from.
It didn't work. Well, what we then need to do... I don't know if you kids have ever done this before. Somewhere around here should be. Unless I've already picked it up. I've got so much crap in my inventory. It does empty... there it is. There it is. If you've got a flat, put it in a bucket of water and squeeze it and see where the bubbles
I'll
come out.
hold the tube under water and see where the bubbles come out. So I found the hole and marked the spot.
Now, we've got a rubber glove, you see, and we've got some glue. So let's...
So now I've smeared glue on the glove. Hopefully this stuff won't dry too quickly.
And now we can patch the tube.
Hopefully the glove will withstand the pressure. I can't think of a better alternative right now.
Do not patch your inner tube with a rubber glove in real life. Okay, so let's patch her bike for her, because that's what we should do when our father is missing and shadowy figures exist.
Hello, I'm back again.
Oh, hello, Nina.
I patched the hole in the tube.
I never would have thought it.
Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean?
Well, you don't exactly look like you could do something like that.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I'm a motorcycle mechanic.
Yeah, so? You still don't look like you could fix a bike.
I'll just take that as a compliment.
Fuck you, Nina.
And now that I've proved myself worthy, I can fix your camera too.
Yeah, that'd be great. Here, take it.
Yay, we got the camera.
See you later.
But you'll be back, promise?
Of
Yeah.
course, don't you worry.
We need to fix this camera in order to get a photo of a shadowy figure to prove that our father's been abducted. Because adventure games. Now then. Where is it? There it is. Again, I have played this game before 2 or 3 times. I like this game. Look at that 3D carpet edge. Oh,
There's
there's a gap.
something in between the planks.
And we've got this, so we can use that to jimmy that open.
Got it. A cassette. That's weird. Was it left there deliberately, or did it just happen to fall in there by accident?
Well, wait, no. I done goofed.
This thing is ready for the junkyard, and the headphones are missing too.
Huh. I have done goofed. How have I done? Ah, that one. That's why. Idiot that I am. There's another cassette recorder. It's in the background. Okay.
The first and last on the car. A fourth of the openings in the entrance to the underworld. And finally, the guardians of my work.
What? What's that? Some kind of code? Dad, sometimes you are just off your rocker.
It's an adventure game. Well, the first and last on the car. We know there's a car outside, so let's have a look at that. I know the password. I literally have the password in front of me. Okay. 283, so 23. The entrance to the underworld is, believe it or
That
not,
leads to the sewer system. The stench is coming out of every opening.
and how many openings are there, Nina? Nina.
That leads to the sewer system. The stench is coming out of every opening.
Well, I'm sorry, I already know, but if you count, there's 16 there. I'm trying to show you the puzzles. And a fourth of that is 4. And then finally... did you write the riddle down? You didn't actually write the riddle down. And if we go back to the museum, there are 2 statue guardians. Okay? So the code is 2342.
The first and last on the car. A fourth of the openings in the entrance to the underworld. And finally, the guardians of my work.
What? Password protected. Think, Nina, think. 2, 3, 4, 2. No wonder Dad tape recorded the code. No one would be able to find the password very quickly.
He's only got a 4-digit code.
You're not supposed to read other people's email. Then again, extraordinary circumstances call for extraordinary measures. So let's start snooping around. There are only 2 emails in the inbox. One about boosting performance and the other about women over 80. Neither of them interest me that much. The trash file is empty. But there's an email to ok@nms.de in the sent file. Subject, Tunguska. Could be interesting. I'll just go ahead and open it.
Your dad's dick
Hello,
pics.
Oleg. Haven't heard from you in a long time. I'm doing well again. It took me quite some time to come to terms with the whole thing. To answer your question, it's been a long time since I've thought about that. And honestly, I'm rather happy about it. I underestimated those guys once already, and my wife paid with her life. I swore back then to drop the subject for once and for all. Please don't take offense, but I'm just going to leave it at that. But now that you're living nearby again, we can meet in person. I would like to see you again. Get in touch and let me know when and where would be convenient. Vladimir Kalenkov.
Dad underestimated these guys and my mother paid with her life? What did he mean by that? She died in a car accident. I really need to contact this Oleg. Maybe he knows something that can help me out.
Right. That is just about everything. And now we got to go back to the museum to help the girl with her broken camera.
This digital camera doesn't work. I have no idea how...
Well,
This digital camera doesn't work. I have no idea how I'm supposed to fix it. I still hope I can get a few significant photos from it.
well,
There are batteries in here. Maybe they still work. I'll leave the portable cassette player here, though. I don't want to schlep around any unnecessary junk. What do you know? It works after all. The batteries were just dead. Now I'm curious to see what the pictures show. They're all pictures of Lisa. But here, two little figures in black robes. Too bad you can't see the faces, but then Eddie could have been right. Maybe I should go talk to him again.
black robes being an indication of a sect. And what is about the strange amulet one of them is wearing? Good old Lisa. Well, you know what we should do? Should give her back her camera.
Here, I fixed your camera.
Really? Cool, you really did it. You're great, thanks.
Don't mention it.
Here, just for that, I'll give you my lucky charm. It's a little magnet in the shape of a hamster. We hang it on our microwave at home, but I think you should have it.
Oh, thanks a lot. Now get going. Your parents are probably worried sick about you. Unfortunately, I can relate to that all too well right now.
It's not all about you, Nina. Anyway, we fixed her bike. And we got a magnet. And believe it or not, we're going to go back home and use that magnet on the very conspicuous fish tank that was in the background.
Why there are people in the world who are soothed by stupidly gaping at fishes I will never... Wait a sec. There's something sparkly over there. Besides a few fish, there's a key swimming around in there. There's a grate on top of the aquarium. I can't fit my hands through. I'll try to draw the key up the side of the glass using the magnet. Got it.
Now, where was the...
My father's address book. That could help me out. And a little note attached to a ribbon. Let's see if this Oleg is in there. The one who wrote the email to Daddy. Oh, here. Oleg Kambursky. He even lives close by.
That's convenient.
Maybe I should just pay him a little visit. There's a number on this note. LA60AK19AL. Under that, there's a description of the diadem that was probably robbed from an Oriental princess about 200 years ago. Originally, the 3 largest gemstones in the world had been incorporated into this diadem. On the left, an emerald. On the right, a ruby. And in the middle, an amethyst. My father wrote something on the back. The diadem will illuminate the real princess, and she will realize that money is not the greatest treasure.
Ha! Could you be the real Princess Nina? You could be the real Princess Nina. But we know where Oleg is now. So anyway, yeah, all of this shit that we've picked up, it's always going to be useful. All of it. Also, if you could see the stop start record, just bear in mind, this game does not run well anymore.
So here we are. Hopefully that's the Oleg that my father wrote the email to. And hopefully he knows something that can be helpful. I haven't really been able to find out much yet.
There's an empty plastic bag here that I want. Again, I know the solutions to everything, so... You know. But Oleg is not going to be that forthcoming. So... Ding dong. Oh, that was piercing.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Are you Oleg Kambersky?
Yeah. Why?
I'm Nina Kalinkov.
Yeah? And?
Yeah, okay. You know my father, Vladimir Kalinkov, and I thought you...
I don't know any Vladimir Kalinkov, and now, if you'll excuse me, please.
Okay, so Oleg is...
That wasn't very successful. I hope for the biggest break in the search for my father, and that guy doesn't even let me speak. Did I say something wrong? Or exactly the right thing?
Well, Nina, shadowy figures and all that. Is he just chronically unfriendly? Jesus, Nina. There's a feeding dish.
A sweet little food bowl for our furry friends.
And if you think, hell yeah, we picked up a bunch of pizza earlier. If I could just get out of this screen.
Pets can get in and out through that thing.
I can't remember how to get out of this screen. There we go. You want to go around the side. Because he's got a cat. Because we're playing an adventure game, you see. There should be a broom here. Yep. Yoink. Mine now. We should be able to peek in on Oleg through somewhere. Yeah, there we go. It's a very pretty game.
The
Doesn't
guy
it?
is hectically making phone calls. Does that have something to do with my visit? If only I were a fly on the wall in his office.
There's some cat food there, as you can see.
The food and water bowls for the pet in the middle of the kitchen. Very hygienic.
That's literally where Scooby's is.
Oleg is still on the phone, and he's not exactly leaving the impression that he's relaxed.
Shadowy figures? Come on, dude. I'd be bricking it. There's a garden hose over here.
Looks like this Kambersky guy is a hobby gardener. Even his garden hose is green.
There are other colours for garden hoses. If you double click, you can just quickly transition. And we want to, where is it? We want to put the sticky tape
Now I can tape my cell phone almost everywhere.
onto the cell phone. And then tape our cell
I
phone to the
need to
cat.
keep the cat busy somehow, so that it's distracted and I can fasten the cell phone to it without a fight.
Why would you do this, Nina? Anyway, we have some manky pizza.
I'm finally gonna get rid of this stinky stuff, and the cute little fuzzball will probably even like it.
In fact, he'll like it so much that we're going to have to make him not like it. Let's just stick our
The
cell
cell
phone.
phone's camera function is on, a rare example of the European roaming dictaphone. Now I just need to somehow lure the cat into the kitchen.
Ooh, how are we going to do that, folks? Yeah, so how do you get rid of
Yummy. Cold pizza with stinky tuna fish.
a cat that you've taped a cell phone to and is eating random cold pizza you gave it? Well, you put salt on the pizza.
That should make our little pussycat real thirsty.
Oh, yes. Let's poison a cat.
Wonderful, it worked. Oleg is still on the phone, and the cat will be drinking for a while, and hopefully recording the conversation. I love it when a plan comes together.
Now,
This phone tap idea could get me a job with the Secret Service.
we have to get the phone back, but we can't get into Oleg's house. So we sticky taped a phone to a cat, poisoned it with salt after poisoning it with pizza, and now we're going to scare the shit out of it by ringing the cell phone on its back. Hopefully Nina's got a quarter, because I haven't got a quarter. It'd be like, well, I guess 50 cents.
Let's see how the cat reacts to my cell phone's vibrate mode. Oh, great. The cat is up in the tree, and my cell phone is stuck up there in a crotch of the tree.
The tree has
How
a
am I
crotch.
supposed to get to it?
The tree has a crotch, kids. Well, you know what we saw earlier? We've got so much stuff I've got to look through. Right. Where was the... Have I picked everything up? We might not have picked everything up. We have to catch it with this, but... Hang on, I've brain farted. I missed a step. This is the problem with me. I missed a step. I need to go back to Vladimir's house and try and pick up the bucket.
Oh, the handle just came off.
I was wondering why I couldn't do that. It's because I forgot to pick up the fucking bucket. Good me.
I've reinforced the opening of the bag with the bucket's handle.
Yeah, that's what I needed to do. And now...
Just a little more tape around it. Yeah, that should do it.
And somewhere up there is a shiny cell phone. There it is.
I have to correct my statement about cats. Besides sleeping and eating, they also climb trees at the most inopportune times.
How do I... there it is. Pixel perfect, kids.
That could work.
Get it, Nina. Good girl.
Wonderful. Let's see if the recording of Oleg's phone conversation gets me anywhere.
Kalenkov isn't here anymore. No, Tunguska wasn't mentioned, but there wasn't any opportunity to either. Yeah, I just think someone urgently needs to take care of the matter. All right, so you'll call back then. Bye.
Well, that wasn't very productive. Okay, so this is what we have. Someone should be tending to some kind of matter. I hope the matter isn't me. Besides that, something about Tunguska. There was also something in the mail for Oleg. Maybe I should ask Max about that later.
And that's our clue to just leave. We poisoned his cat, recorded his conversation. We're done here. And let's go back to the museum.
Max Gruber said he'd be back at the museum sometime this evening. I should use the time to get some shut-eye. If my feminine intuition doesn't fail me, I could regret it if I don't.
Oh, shadowy conspiracy. That's going to be all stuttery because this game does not run well.
Did you get what I wanted?
Not yet. We've searched through everything but haven't found anything.
That's David K.
And Kalenkov?
Still nothing here either.
Yes.
We'll probably have to take other options into consideration.
I don't care what you do, as long as I get results. Don't disappoint me.
Nearly crashed, didn't crash.
Strange. I feel like I'm always being followed. Even when I came home earlier, for a brief moment, I thought that I saw the face of that Konski guy in the window.
Oh no,
Oh well,
Nina.
most likely it's my nerves. I hope Max heard something from my father.
Yeah, all of that because I forgot to try and pick up the bucket.
Hello? Can I interrupt for a moment?
You're not interrupting. On the contrary. Have you heard from your father?
He's totally
No,
dead.
unfortunately not. And last night I was attacked.
Attacked? Are you hurt?
No, nothing to worry about. But it must be because of something important. Do you really have no idea what it could be?
No, He's been under a lot of stress in the last few days, but that's happened before. Looking back, there are plenty of ways to interpret it, but especially conspicuous? No, not really.
That's a shame. Yesterday evening you offered me your help. Does the offer still stand?
But of course. My name is Max, by the way.
I know.
Mina. But you know that, don't you?
So, ask away.
Okay, let's ask about Tunguska.
In the last few hours, I've heard the name Tunguska several times. Do you know anything about it?
Do you mean that Tunguska catastrophe from 1908?
Yes, could be.
Big old
At
beat
the
you
beginning
right.
of the last century, something exploded there. The destruction must have been enormous, but even today, nobody really knows what happened back then. Your father once took part in an expedition to Tunguska, but you probably know that, don't you?
We never really spoke much about what he used to do. After my mother's death, he never wanted to speak about his work in Russia anymore.
Oh, I didn't know. I'm sorry.
You should
That's
be.
okay. It was a long time ago. She was killed in a traffic accident. Shortly after that, we came to Germany. I think my father simply wanted to leave all of that behind him.
And
Nina.
your father never
Nina.
spoke about his work in Russia? Didn't you ever ask him?
No. He asked me never to ask him again, and I kept my word, despite being very interested at times.
Well, I know a little more about it. In 1908, an unidentified object went down over the Siberian taiga. A huge area was completely destroyed by the shockwave and a wall of fire.
Oh, yes.
The shepherds who lived there, the so-called Evenk, were either hurled through the air or burnt. There were hardly any survivors to witness anything. Several expeditions were started to find out the cause of this catastrophe, but despite all their efforts, no clues or any evidence was found that was at all helpful. And in time, several fantastic theories arose, from a meteorite colliding with Earth, to the appearance of an unknown type of energy, to the explosion of a spaceship. And off the top of my head, that is about everything that I can tell you on the subject. But somewhere in the archive, I still have a few articles over the Tunguska phenomenon lying around. Shall I go and get them?
Yes, that would be sweet of you. Oleg spoke about it, and I read one of my father's mails to him. There was also something about it in there. Maybe it will bring me a little further.
Okay, I just have to get a few small things done here, and then I'll have a look around the archive.
Thank you very much.
And we can just chat to him about some shit now.
Yesterday evening, Eddie was mumbling something about people in black robes. I didn't take him very seriously at first, because his description was, let's say, a little strange. But I spoke to a little girl today who saw something similar last night. She even took a photo of the men in black robes. Unfortunately, there is not very much to see, but I'll certainly speak to Eddie about it again. Do you know where I can find him?
He's dead,
No,
Jim.
I have no idea. I haven't seen him all day. He's probably crept away somewhere quiet to think about it all.
You mean he's drinking again?
Yes, I'm afraid so. Unless...
Unless what?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing? Come on out with it, tell me.
Well, if those strange men in black noticed that he was watching them...
You mean they came back?
I don't know. At the moment, I have no idea what is actually happening here.
Well, this is something we have in common.
What about security cameras? It's a museum. No?
Does the name Oleg Kambursky say anything to you?
Kambursky? Oleg Kambursky? No, nothing. Should it?
Unfortunately, I don't exactly know that either. I found this piece of paper amongst my father's records. Does it tell you anything?
LA 60 AK19 AL? That sounds like one of our exhibits. What about it?
No idea. I was hoping that you could tell me that.
Not spontaneously, but I can go and get the item.
Good man,
The
that
note
man.
with the description of the diadem is missing, but you just had it in your hand. Well, I don't know any more about it either.
Thanks a lot. Can I take my time to have a look at it?
Of course, but please don't forget to put it back later. Otherwise your father will tear my head off.
If he still can.
Hey, stop thinking like that. We'll find him, I promise.
Yes, hopefully. There must be an important reason why Daddy kept a piece of paper with the description of the diadem at home. But what? And what is that about the true princess? He used to call me that sometimes. Is it a message to me that I should be able to understand somehow? Think, Nina. Think quickly.
The penitent man, blah, blah, blah.
The things out of the archive about Tunguska.
Yes, I'll get going now. But it could take a while until I've sorted through the records.
No problem. I'll wait here.
And now we're going to wreck your fucking office. So the first thing we want to do is, where is the spoke? There's a shiny bead there, and we want to rip it out with a bicycle spoke.
So the spoke has now broken off, but that eye now can no longer look at me in that evil way. I can only hope that Max doesn't notice.
And over here, over here, he's got a refrigerator.
On the outside, it seems totally normal, but on the inside, it's ice cold.
And in the refrigerator,
Let's see what we find here. Plaster of Paris. The text says to add water and vegetable oil and mix to achieve the desired consistency.
and
The label is illegible, but judging from the skull and the other symbols, it must be extremely corrosive.
that's all we want from here. And somewhere around here, and I can't actually remember where it is. Here it is, the radiator. So, ages ago, we picked up a little bowl, and we want to use it on the radiator. But I can't remember where it is. I think we have to look at it first.
The radiator is lukewarm.
Stand there, Nina. We want to get some water. There we go.
Oops. Maybe I shouldn't have opened the valve that far. A load of water has come out.
Well, that's not my problem, Nina. Do random things that I tell you to do. Okay, so now, again, we're still walking around a crime scene that's not a crime scene. We want to steal a bit of this plant because it's an adventure game. And we want to put that in there to make porcelain bowl with water
I've
and
just
cement.
stirred the dry plaster. Now it just needs a little oil.
And where do you get oil?
There's an oily liquid dripping off of it.
From the plant.
I'll squeeze a bit of this oily, slimy liquid into the bowl.
And now,
The putty is ready for use. I hope I know what I'm doing. That diadem has now been robbed of any beauty it once had.
now then, this is where it gets fun. Where is the, oh crap.
I've laid both lenses over each other. They now have a green shimmer.
Couldn't find it then, was panicking. So we ripped out our sunglasses and we put them with the yellow shard to make a green shard. And now, where's the, we want to put the acid in the flask. Oh yeah, I know what I'm doing. And then we want to put the rock.
I'll put the stone into the acid and see how it reacts. The acid is doing its work admirably. The stone is beginning to corrode. I'll have to take it out of the acid at the right moment, otherwise the inclusion will go the same way as the rest of the stone.
Now, she did that without us having to do anything, because thank God for that.